were detected in India.
Okay, you see what the new one is. They call it the Nipah virus. The one thing that I don't understand is if you if you have some type of disease that is foreign and it's starting to spread in your country, why you don't go in isolation? Why you don't close off your borders and you keep that stuff wherever it's at? Now, they said India, but I really think they mean Southeast Asia. That's what I think they mean when they say India, because it must be right on the border between India and Asia. What I know, and you know me, you know your brother Israel. I'm not trying to talk bad about nobody, but didn't COVID come from over there? You know what I'm saying? And didn't over here Asian people start getting attacked. The white folks start attacking the Asian people over the COVID virus. Remember all of that? It wasn't that long ago. The thing I don't understand is why you don't close off your borders. Why you let people travel from wherever they are. And it's known that it's a new virus, just like the COVID virus. That's how it started off. Them people jumped on the plane and they flew all the way out here. Then we had 2 whole years of terror. We had 2 whole years of staying in our house. We had 3 years of social distancing. We had all these damn corona damn shots and people losing their life. The people say they was all like, oh, Jehoshaphat, you took the shot. You took the shot of the mark of the beast. I watched a man, a brother at that, work on the bus. And somebody came. I seen the footage of everything. It was on the news out here in Chicago and everything. The brother was on the bus doing his damn job. The person came on the bus all foul like it sneezed in his face. The next day, he was dead. It was reported on. You know what I'm saying? It was reported on. So I said, forget that. You know what I'm saying? I said, forget that. I went and took the shot. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can say I'm wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can say that I'm wrong for taking the shot. That's all right. I'm still alive. You know what I'm saying? I seen the poor brother. The brother was only probably like 10 years older than me. And that person sneezed on him. And that coronavirus went into his body in less than 24 hours and killed him. I took it serious. The one thing that I don't understand is why they don't keep that stuff over there. Why they let the people hop on the plane and fly all the way up over here, and then it starts in one of our countries, one of our states, and then it slowly travels all around the United States, making everybody sick. Now, I understand the Nipah virus, okay, it's here now. It's worse than the coronavirus. The first question that I asked the medical people in the medical field, I said, when Corona first came, because it took me a long time before I got sick. And when I got sick, it was horrible. You know what I'm saying? Everything that them people experiencing, how they was sitting there talk about how their bodies was all messed up and this or that. And I was going through that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was a scary time here in America with the first entering of the coronavirus and all the people that died. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people forget. A lot of people forget how bad it was and how we had to protect ourselves. Okay, that's fine. A lot of us is not going to forget. We're not. We're going to keep on telling y'all over and over again until y'all get it, until y'all remember, oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, that did happen. Oh yeah, that is right. We're going to keep on reminding y'all. But the Nipah virus starts off, from what they said, something that would be like a flu, some type of contagion like a flu. And then it would go into a person's brain. And 70 to 75% of them people, it starts putting some type of liquid, some type of inflammation in the brain. And then the person die. What I do know, and I could be wrong, you know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. But when it's a certain country, right? And they start perversing a lot of the things in the nature, taking things outside of the nature and doing something modified, genetically modifying these things. As you watch the people over there, they be doing that a lot. You know what I'm saying? They be doing that a lot. That brings curses on us. Okay, if that's not it, let's just put that on one side. We'll go ahead and put that on the right side. The left side, it don't matter. because God said, however evil that country is, whatever evil they're doing to the people, he said he's going to let sicknesses and viruses unlike man has ever seen to come forth out of the ground. That's what he said. You know what I'm saying? So you can have that on the right side, either or. You could either have God doing it, or you can have man doing it with his perversions of the natural. When you take something out of the natural, for some odd reason, some type of disease is formed from it. Okay, they do a lot of those things over in that country like that. They perverse a lot of things and genetically modify a lot of things that are in the natural. They don't even have to do that. You know what I'm saying? They don't even have to start messing with them chickens or cows, whatever they doing, the things that's in the nature. America does that a lot. And you see how it is over here. So that's one point of it. It could have been started from their testing and their genetically modifying their science. It could be started from that, or it could be from God. Either or is here. Now, since it's here, why they just don't keep it over there and then make sure that they come up with a cure for it, since it's so devastating, since it's so deadly? You know what I'm saying? Won't they keep that stuff over there, close off their borders, go into isolation, only take stuff from the world? You can import, but you can't export. You know what I'm saying? You can't export nothing because the viruses could be on your export. So you could still have imports coming into the country. And you could get whatever the natural resources, whatever you need. But far as in you coming out of there, I don't think they need to come out of there like that. I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. Is this the beginning stages of like Corona was? We all heard about it when it was affecting over there in Asia. It was like, oh, we got the coronavirus. Oh, this and that. Okay, if y'all had it, why y'all didn't keep it over there? You know what I'm saying? Why y'all didn't keep it over there? Why y'all jumped on a damn plane and then came out here into the States and got us sick? We didn't have nothing to do with that.
In the state of West Bengal, but there are concerns the outbreak could spread. The virus has a fatality rate of 40 to 75%, according to the World Health Organization. So it's deadlier than the COVID virus, and there's no vaccine for Nipah. So authorities in India are taking no chances.
They said the same thing about the corona. And then they started putting all them billions and billions of dollars that come with a vaccination that killed so many different people because it was a vaccination that didn't have a long time in experimenting on it. It was something just thrown out there. You know what I'm saying? Thrown out there within less than a year. You need a long time to sit up there and make a vaccine. You need 10, 15 years, you know what I'm saying? At least like 5 years. The coronavirus that was given to the corona vaccine was given to us in less than 15 months. So I don't understand, family. It ain't no cure for that stuff right there. Won't they just keep it over there? You know what I'm saying? Don't let the people come up over here like that.
At the same time, several airports across Asia, in Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, they're taking steps to screen passengers for any symptoms. Nipah is a zoonotic virus that's transmitted from animals, usually fruit bats. It doesn't spread easily to humans, and it can also come from contaminated food. But when it does, it initially hits like the flu, then worsens, and experts say pneumonia.
Okay, she said zoonotic. She said it comes from animals. Don't they be eating bats over there in that country like that? You know what I'm saying? Don't they eat foods and animals that we don't eat like that? So why wouldn't you? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you contract a disease like that? And you eating all these different type of animals. I remember here in America, it was 1999. We went from the swine flu to the bird flu to the aviation flu. You know what I'm saying? It was all these different viruses attacking the food that we ate. The fish got sick. You know what I'm saying? The pigs got sick. The chickens got sick. The cows got sick. And it was a certain strain that they were calling it. They were like, oh, it's the bird flu. Oh, it's the cow flu. You know what I'm saying? We can't eat the meat. Oh, we gonna get sick. So when the lady say that it's zoonotic, and it comes from animals. What type of animal are you consuming? What type of animal are you eating that has some type of bacteria in it that we not supposed to be eating? They look at it like a luxury. You know what I'm saying? They look, oh, we ate bat wings. Oh, this is something. They be sitting up over there trying to eat everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything. And when you try to eat everything, certain animals and certain stuff in our natural, it don't even have to be an animal. It could be like a vegetable or something. Some of those things are contaminated with all of them viruses. All of them got tapeworms and got parasites all up in it. We're not supposed to be eating that stuff. And when we start eating that stuff, look what happens.
Pneumonia and other respiratory symptoms can develop, but the most serious complication is encephalitis, or inflammation of the brain. The WHO says the fatality rate has a lot to do with the country's capacity to test, trace, and treat those infected. In India, authorities have quarantined nearly 200 people who may have come into contact with the two infected. It's the first time in nearly 20 years that India has had cases, but they believe the outbreak is now contained. Still, it's a situation that U.S. health officials are monitoring very closely. The CDC says they're ready to assist.
Am I worried about it? No, because we already in the times that we are in. And if it not be there, it'll be here. And if it not be now, it'll be soon. You know what I'm saying? It's always something. You know what I'm saying? It's always something coming out of the damn Pandora box for us. You know what I'm saying? And you'd be like, what do you mean, Jehoshaphat? When the cow flu came, that was a real thing here in America. People were dying. People were getting sick. You know what I'm saying? They didn't necessarily have to eat the chicken to get sick. They could have got sick from another person. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have to eat that damn pig, but they still contracted the swine flu. You know what I'm saying? They didn't eat that chicken. They didn't get the bird flu, but they was around another person and they still got sick. I'm not going to fearmonger. I'm not going to worry about none of it, because if it's going to come, it's going to come. All I can ask people, I guess we going back into the social class of social distances all over again. Cooking and eating your own food, making sure that you cook your food at the right temperatures. Make sure that you washing your vegetables and you're not eating old. This is always going to be on the plate nowadays. We really got to look at the things that we are consuming. Them people, they standards is not as high as ours is in America. That's why they're getting sick like that. You know what I'm saying? They sitting over there eating foods that they're not supposed to eat that animal, because that animal got all them different parasites inside, germs and all that stuff inside of them. They say, and let me prove my point to you. They call it a neurotoxin. They say over in those countries that when you eat the puffer fish, it has a neurotoxin in it. If you don't cook it right, you'll die. They said that I always ask why. I don't, me myself, I look at the dietary laws of the Bible. Anything that's in the dietary laws of the Bible, I don't eat none of that stuff. I'm going to live long. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be healthy. When you eat that stuff, you bring contamination on your body that could take the form. It's a curse, but it took the form of an illness. So you really got to think, you know what I'm saying? You really got to think. It's a reason why God gave us the dietary law that he gave us, because he understood that we can't eat everything like that. Some animals are clean. Some animals are unclean. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not going out there. I always asked, why do they take the damn lobster alive and throw his ass in that boiling pot of water? If you don't cook that lobster while he alive, his body is going to flood with all of them damn, what is it? It's like almost like a germ, but it's something that's in their blood that turns something. And if you eat it, it'll get you sick or it'll kill you. So that's God once more again telling us, hey, y'all not supposed to be eating that stuff like that. But we as people, we don't want to listen to God, and we feel through our free will that we could do whatever the hell we want to do. And by eating them lobsters and crabs, you know what I'm saying? If you don't cook it right, you could get really sick. You could lose your life off some damn lobster and crab if they don't cook it right. You know what I'm saying? It has to be cooked at a certain temperature with the thing being alive. So I just say, you know what I'm saying? I just say to y'all, think, you know what I'm saying? Think, you know what I'm saying? Protect yourself. It's all right. If it not be there, it's gonna be here. It's that time. You know what I'm saying? It's the reason why they say we live in the last days, family. The turning of the generation of the guard, the people that's in power. It's the end of how they gonna run stuff, but it's gonna be a new beginning of how God runs everything.